Afternoon all, how are we? It's lovely to see all these lovely familiar names, and hello to anybody new joining as well. Who have we got? Vicky, Amanda, Anne, Jan, Enid, Marilyn, Ruth, Karen, Angela, and everybody else that's joining in, hello. And I do apologise for the couple of minutes delay. We had some sound issues, but hopefully you can all hear me okay. Yeah, everybody's saying hi, so I'm guessing you can. So I've got a great demo for you today, and as I just said on Facebook, as I shared the link, I've got another little special offer for you. So the stamp and die set I'm going to be using today for a Christmas card, we've got on a buy the stamp and get the die free offer for you. We've done a couple of these now with some 2019 Christmas designs, in case any of you haven't got those yet, and it's worked really well. You've all really enjoyed them. So let me show you which one it is, in case it's something that you want to check out as we're doing the demonstration. So the stamp set is called Sparkle All the Way, and it's like Christmas baubles, hand-drawn ones, and you get the larger ones, 3 different shapes and 3 different designs, and you get these little cute ones as well, which are amazing for your tags. And the sentiments read Sparkle All the Way and Christmas is Love with all the trimmings. So that's the one. If you pop that in the basket either with Stamps by Me website or the Thirsty Brush website, you will get the coordinating die set free. So if I just show you, oh, Maxine's saying she's having a problem with the sound. Anybody else, or is it just Maxine her end? Just let me know if anybody else is, and I'll carry on in the meantime. And a couple saying it's a bit blurry. Oh yeah, I'm looking up at the screen now. It's a little bit. We'll carry on, and hopefully Nathan will chip away at it in the meantime. So the die set, you get a outline die for each of the large baubles, and you get an outline die for the little ones as well, which are, like I say, great for kind of dangling from your cards, doing little bookmarks, almost like little embellishments. And then you get your stamp, your outline die and your matte and layer as well for your sentiments. So for the card I'm doing today, I'm just going to need the main 3. So I'll pop the others back in there, but it's quite a lot of dies there for free for you to go with the A5 stamp set. I think we've managed to squeeze in literally a die for every single stamp on that set, which is amazing. Jo said she was waiting for 3 p.m. You would have missed me, Jo. Lovely to see you though. I know you said you'd had a couple of weeks away from your crafting, busy with other things, so hopefully this will give you some inspiration. So I'm going to stamp the 3 baubles. Let's grab my Eureka. And I thought we'd have a look at stamping them on some vellum, and see how those greens of the embossing powders work for Christmas cards, because I thought we've got those green tone sets, haven't we, which loads of you have bought. So I'm thinking maybe not the mint for this one. I mean, you could do, depending on your colour scheme for your Christmas cards. I bet loads of you are planning them. So I'm going to leave the mint one for now. But I think that courtyard and the forest green, I think they would work perfect, do you? Hi everybody else that's joining. Liz, Viv, anybody else I've missed? Tina. Hi to you all. Going too fast. I know, so many of you. Lovely. Some new people. Liam, is that you there? You're new to us as well and commenting. So hi, nice to meet you. Love the forest one, Viv. Yes, it's great, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp all at once. So I've got 3 baubles. As I say, I'm not going to use the mint, but what I might do is mix in, let's try some of the white, because I love how the white powder looks on vellum. And if you space them out enough so you can pour on your powders, you can stamp and emboss pretty much all at once, or certainly stamp and heat set all at once. You'll have to pour your powders separately, but I'll show you how. So if you use your anti-static bag again. Love the pattern on the stamps, Michelle. Thank you. It took quite a while drawing those, all the little details. So, you know, they're not each side mirrors, but because they're hand drawn, you know, there's a little bit of kind of natural curve to your lines and things like that because they're not computer generated. So something a little bit different for you. So Joe's saying you haven't done your Christmas launch yet. Yes, so these are the part of the 2019 release. So no, we haven't done a 2020 release yet. I'm still working on that at the moment. All the designs are done, but we're just working with TVC whether we're going to do that and when. So I'm stamping all three together. So one's like a teardrop kind of shape almost. One's a circle, and then one's, I don't know what you would call that. What do you think? It's probably got a special name, hasn't it? And I'm just going to do 2 lots of ink just to make sure it picks up as much powder and as much detail as possible. Has anyone started making their Christmas cards yet? I know us crafters like to get ahead, and then there's always people that I hear say, oh my goodness, no, I haven't started. This is the new thing that I've discovered for cleaning my stamps today, a damp glasses cloth. So I forgot my own cloth and all baby wipes. So it seems to work really well as long as it's got no shed. Irene, is that no, you haven't started yet? Anne started yesterday, amazing. So if you've got some stamped images and you want to do a different colour powder on each one, what I would recommend is kind of pouring them downwards away. Let me decide which colour I'm doing with which. And do the white one on that. So if you turn your piece of paper then, so you don't need to heat set that before moving, but what you do need to do is put that powder back in so they don't mix. And that white looks amazing on the vellum. Courtyard. So yeah, Joe, keep an eye out. Like I was saying, we haven't done the 2020 yet, but keep an eye out. Any update that I have on that, I'll give you a shout as soon as possible. Hi, Bernie. And then I've got the forest green. So I've done the forest green on this long one and the courtyard on that. Can't see much of the white yet, but you will do. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? So doing it that way and just turning your paper so you don't get powder on each one, you can cut down your time a little bit by stamping at once and then just heat setting once. So I can pop those out the way and then I'll get the heat gun out. And I love how quick powders set on vellum. There we go, that's all set. So just to say, because we've had a few people just join and miss the first part. So yeah, if you we're doing a buy the stamp, get the die free offer for you on today's show. So the stamp set I'm using today is called Sparkle All the Way. And when you add the stamp set, which has got these baubles, to your basket, you'll get the die set automatically free. You don't need to add it to your basket. Just add the stamp and we'll automatically send it you free of charge, the coordinating dies. So, yeah, so that looks really effective, doesn't it, on the vellum? It's quite a thick vellum, this, which is really nice. But these baubles would be great, say, on acetate. You could even hang them from your tree, couldn't you? Make them actual baubles. You could do, just stamp them in your black or your gold and colour them in for your colour theme. But let's cut them out. And I think that green, that courtyard green, look, in the powder, it's the perfect, like, Christmas tree green, I think. Anyone been up to anything exciting this week? Any crafting? Anything else going on in your lives? I think most people are just, we're getting ready for a long, hard winter, aren't we? I know in Birmingham we've got extra restrictions, but we're very lucky we can still travel for work and school. We just can't go round to each other's houses, so lots of Zoom. Yes, Bernie, it's available either on the Stamps by Me website or the Thirsty Bush website, whichever you prefer. So just add the stamp in and then check out and we'll automatically send it you. And I think you get, I think on both websites, is it £30 you get free shipping then? If there was any other bits that you wanted. Amanda said it's going Pete tongue. What you mean, the lockdown in the country? It's madness, isn't it? Partial lockdown here in Manchester. Further restrictions tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hearing lots of rumours of curfews and all that kind of thing. Are you? He's going back to work Monday. So I'm just running those through the die cutting machine now, and then we'll do a background for these to sit on. Oh yes, Jo, it's hard for the kids, isn't it, at school? I know my son's in year 11 and my daughter's just started going to sixth form, and they've got people in their years already that have sent home with suspected cases, but they're staying open until, well, they're staying open, basically. They're only sending people home who sit around you if you've had a confirmed positive case. So how long that will last for, who knows. So let's have a look at those lovely baubles now they're cut out. Jill said she got these this year. Yeah, so nice to be able to use something, you know, we don't just do the new products here on the YouTube wheel and the studio. So we've got 3 lovely baubles. So I really want to show you a different technique for doing your backgrounds. I think I have done this once or twice before on my own YouTube, but so many of you join us here, I wanted to show you too. And it's a way of using your dies as a stamp. So the die I'm going to use is, where have I put it? Excuse me a moment, I'll just go in my trolley. It's called Digital Rain, and it's like one of our really popular 5x7 cover dies. So of course you could cut this out and, you know, do some watercolouring on it. You could use metallic card, but I'll show you, you can use dies as stamps too. Just got a question. In order to get the dies with the stamp, can you order from your website? Or yes, Susan, either website, thirstybrush.co.uk or stampsbyme.co.uk. Just put the stamp only in the in your basket, and when you check out then we will automatically send you the coordinating die set as well. So there's nothing you need to do, no codes or anything like that. So sorry, I missed that then going through. So this is the panel die and this is the digital rain. So what I've got here is some craft like sheet foam, not the kind of stuff you use for your fleurs, so your flowers and making and things like that. That tends to be very stretchy, it tends to be very thin. This is like your cheap craft foam. I use a lot of it for backing my cards and doing my mat and layers when I want to build them up and not use a load of pads. But sometimes when I buy a coloured pack, I end up with some funny colours left, and I think I'm never going to use that in my crafting. So I like to make stamps out of them using my dies, and in theory you can do any die with this. So have a play around. So I'm just going to literally cut the digital rain out of that craft foam. You're going to need your Eureka again. You could do this with a large acrylic block, but just bear in mind you won't necessarily get, it might be a bit more sketchy if you like, but sometimes I like that for backgrounds anyway. So what that's done now is cut out of the craft foam that lovely pattern. I'll make sure I get rid of the waste in a second. To make sure I pick up all my rubbish from the floor so Tony doesn't tell me off for making a mess. Right, just pop that away for a moment and just get rid of these bits of them. And actually leaving it for a second or two after it comes out, because of course the foam gets a little bit squashed through the die cut machine. It doesn't need to be thick, but it just lets it kind of rest up and get back to its natural shape. And then we're going to use this to stamp. Now bear in mind it's not going to be as crisp as using a clear stamp, but it does give a different effect, and it's just a different way for you to use things in your stash. I'm going to stamp, keeping with the green theme, onto this green piece of card. And it's quite textured, so again it's going to make it quite sketchy. Place it down as if you would any stamp. Now to make it stick onto here, you've got a couple of different options. If you want a low tack tape, say a stencil glue, or at home I've got a tape runner. I haven't got those with me today. Should have packed that in my bag. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple of bits of low tack tape. Do you remember sticking your Christmas cards to the wall with sellotape like this, and your mum would tell you off and it ripped the wallpaper off? Oh yeah, Hazel, Pritt Stick. Yep, that's a good idea. So that's going to allow it to stick to the Eureka, but obviously not permanently. And then, now we use that as a stamp like we normally do. So if I get the embossing ink back out, and I'm going to do this in gold, so I'm going to use that giant, if any of you got these yet, the giant Gold Extreme, the big pots of the Gold Digger. I think we've got a few of those left. And I'm going all over. And I've done this technique with some of the other panels on other videos as well, and it works really well. Just bear in mind that because using foam and the way it's cut compared to the way a clear stamp is made, like I say, it's just not as absolutely perfectly crisp. See, sometimes when the foam starts to bevel down towards the edges where you've cut it, it can mean you don't always get that exact, but I like it like that anyway. yes, mixed media backgrounds as well. See, it hasn't picked up the entirety just because of the longer you leave that foam before using it as a stamp, the more of the image that you would get. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I just want something kind of distressy anyway for it to, my baubles to sit on. The only way I've found of reusing these so far is just, because they get so sticky with the ink, is just maybe pop it in a cello bag and use it again. But I've only used mine kind of once or twice and then ended up binning them anyway. But you may have success if you keep it nice. So let's go in with that gold. Oh, I love this giant pot of gold. Sound like a leprechaun or something then. And I think that gold on the green backing card should look really good. So just heat set that. Hi, Pamela. That's a great idea for the boxes. David and Janet would be really fab. So that took a while to heat set just because of the quite large area that it's covering, but that's why again having the large pots is really good, but you still get a really good shine. What I am going to use actually as a die is the outer bit that you get, so I can get that really nice and crisp and clean in the centre of the page and have that lovely stitch detail as well. Any news on confetti paints? Yes, they are on their way. I would hope so, Jo, that I would hope they're here by Christmas. They're still being made at the moment, and then obviously they've got to be shipped over, which is taking a little bit longer than normal at the moment. So yeah, I mean, I can't 100% promise, but I would like to think so. Sheila, where are you? You're going into lockdown from 6 p.m. tonight. Are you somewhere in the northeast? I was reading that you guys are going having some extra restrictions. So it might be like us though in Birmingham, you know, there's more restrictions on seeing friends and family, but we can still work and school. They just don't want us hanging around those nightclubs, do they? So, I think we're just a case of putting everything together now, aren't we? So if you bought any of our panel dies before, you know a lot of them come with these outer ones, and I'm trying to vary. Some of them have got straight stitches, some of them have got like stitches and dots, some dots only, some plain. Joe say nightclub, what's that? One of those. Yeah, I haven't been in one for a while either, don't worry. So that's our lovely background. So I'm going to use, Tony told me when I came in this morning that she's had some of these lovely red top folding note cards. So not that I'm putting any other red in here, but I thought, how lovely are those? So I'm going to matte and layer it with some navy as well. Mixing up our colours here. I don't know whether it's going to end up too much. I should have tried all these colours ahead of time together and made sure, but the techniques are the big thing for me to show you, aren't they? And you can do your colours as and however you like. Does anybody do like a particular theme for their decorations at home? I change my colour theme every year and I name them. My husband laughs because I think last year it was like, I called it like heritage or something, and he thinks, what on earth are you talking about, Claire? Before I put that, glue that on, I want to arrange my baubles, and I've got a sentiment here as well from the Enjoy Yourself set, the Hugs and Kisses I thought might be nice for a change. And the reason I'm going to do this before I stick that panel down is that I'm going to tuck some twine, have them hanging from some twine, and I want to make sure any ends are kind of tucked behind. I've got 3 bows. And I think these might be a little bit too long. So I just need to decide how I want them arranged, really. Something like that, maybe. Yeah. So because that one's going behind, I'm going to hide a little bit of glue just behind the embossing there. It's going to dry clear anyway. You could use, what other glues could you use? If you've got the glue gel. I'm just hiding it behind the embossing for now. And then next I'm going to put, oh, is that stuck? No, need a bit more. You're all talking about nightclubs now, aren't you? Hanging around in the toilets. I might have been to an odd nightclub in my time. Maybe just 1 or 2. Right, so what I plan on doing is tucking the end of the twine in there. I'll do that on all of them, and then if I turn it round I can tape them on the back then. Oh my goodness, hot pants, Maxine, you were wild. You lot make me laugh. I like how the twine looks here against that gold and the green, do you? Okay, so now we've got those bits hanging up there. If we turn over, and then I can kind of tape them flat. Oops, my tape's got stuck together. There we go, because all that's going to be hidden anyway. Let's just move those Last thing on the baubles is to put the little bows. So just a little dab of glue, and I just pre-did very, very simple little bow with the twine. I need a bit more. Or if you've got, I think Tony did some dies, didn't she, with some bows. I don't know how small they go down to, but that might look pretty as well. Or some glittery kind of twine or string. So let's add that onto the card now. I think I might do it with some foam pads, because I think if I glued that flat now, you might get some lumps and bumps where that bit's gone, whereas if I do some foam pads, it should even it out a bit. So I've got some nice large ones here, plus it will give a nice bit of dimension, won't it? Plenty on there to make it nice and even. When I use craft foam to do my mat and layering, it's never thick enough for me. I'm still trying to saw some kind of 2mm thickness. Always seems to come 1mm or 1.5. And then I'm just going to finish off with the hugs and kisses. Just a little bit of glue on there, and I've done that in white just to bring out the white of that embossing on the bauble. I wasn't sure how that was going to all go with the, so I planned all this, and then when Tony showed me the red cards, I thought I wanted to use them, but I wasn't sure how that was going to go with the green and gold, but actually it adds quite a nice little pop in the back. Oh, Kirsty, you had to take a call, don't worry at all. You can catch up, no problem. So hopefully that's a kind of different looking Christmas card for you, and some different techniques. So we've done heat embossing of the baubles on some vellum and used some of the, there we go, those sparkly, oh that's nice, isn't it? Those sparkly greens, the courtyard and the forest green mixed in. With the white, and we've done gold embossing using a die cut background as a stamp. So we've got a giveaway as well. So we're going to give away the card, is it Nathan we're doing for the giveaway? Yeah, so we're going to give away that card, and Enid is the winner. Nathan's just picked you out of the hat there. So that's amazing. Well done, Enid. This card is winging its way to you. So I hope you enjoyed that as well, and all the different techniques. Oh, some lovely comments here. Thank you so much for joining in and being so interactive with me. I really, really do love it. Well done, Enid, on winning the card. I will be back with you. What day is it today? Thursday? Oh yes, so that I've just recorded a show for you for Sunday. So that will be streaming from the YouTube Stamps by Me channel at 1 o'clock, and I'll be available in the comments as always. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Please take care of yourself, and I will see you Sunday.